Hey everyone, welcome back. And we are going to be finishing in this video the work that we were so close to getting to in the last one. Hope you had a nice break to pause. We were doing a lot of stuff. So we've gotten it down to pretty good here when someone has not joined a video, or sorry, not joined a yoga program yet. I'm going to take a look at this collapser. Um, let's see. So I'm going to bring this up to bring to front. Basically, we've got a couple different groups going on inside of this group, and the trying to make the bottom part of them all about the same, so that way the collapser we can uh, basically. All right. Find a plan. It's there. This one. I'm going to go up a little bit. Center horizontally. And let's see. So if it's marked about there, the find a plan is here. That matches with this black dot. Not actual. Here it's slightly lower. So that's fine. Like 20 pixels difference is not fine. I'm just trying to not have like a 300 pixel difference. And so this unjoin program, let's see. All right. So I want this to be, so what is this? This group. A little bit smaller. So that way we can get everything using roughly the same amount of page space. Yep, perfect. So what is this group HC? This is the group heading. Well, this is yeah, it is the group heading, and inside of that is the title. So let's get rid of that one. This collapser can come up to, so find a plan ends here, not actual ends here. So this can come up three boxes, 1, 2, 3, and then not joined yet. Yep. All right, cool. So I've got the space that I want to be working in, and basically, let's see what we're working with. We're working with some vertical and day one, and then the title and some check marks. So basically, um, I think I want to make these play buttons. I actually want this to be a play button if the person has not done it yet, and then I'll create like a value that if stays complete, then it gets a checkbox next to it. Actually, you know what? That's a feature I'm not going to do. We've had a go of it building out this plans. I think in the interest of time um, for this project, that we just leave it at this, that someone can kind of remember what day they're on. Or I'll take it back. Let's see. Okay, there's an easy way. I can go to a class. Yeah, as long as there's a straightforward way. I'll say played yet. This is yes or no. So, what do I want to have happen here now? I'm working in the join group, and I want to pull from the classes group, and I'm looking at 240 in height is what I need, and the title. Back over here. Okay. Let me delete that. I'm going to come back. This is this is more of a cleanup item. I'm actually doing some work, so let me do my thing with this space. What we want to have happen now is so that is there. What happens when we're in a join plan? Okay, it won't run. So we can click around, but it actually won't want to run a database workflow until you've updated that. So I want to join a program. Well, that's odd. Join. Okay, yeah, there's a ton of space here. That's what I was looking at. So I want to bring this up by this amount. Because where am I for these ones? All right, yeah, so now they all start at the same height. So I'm working in this joined group, and I want to add a repeating group. To try and mimic what we have here. Oof, all right, back that out. Repeating group, just a little one. Okay, hit 0, bring it over here, bring it down a little, working in just a 1-by-1 where the data type is classes and the source is the current users yoga plan joins clear expression. We want to do a search for classes where the I'm going to go ahead and pause quick, just like in previous times. I'm going to do a little thinking on this and then come back. Okay, we're back. Cool. So here's what I figured out. That in order to, we got this repeating group, which is inside of a different group. And what we want to have here as a data source is a list of classes. The best way to get that is to refer to the parent groups thing. So when we look up at the parent group, we can kind of ask the question, how do we want to refer to a bundle where that bundle is this, where the unique ID is the current users, the plan that they've joined. Okay, so here's what we need to do. We need to go to this group joined, set its content as a bundle. And then now we need to do a search for some bundles where, now what this does, this is searching for through all of the bundles, and we want to find the bundle where the unique ID matches the current user's yoga plan joined unique ID. And then we want to select the first item from that list, which is the only item, but it's that bundles, that particular bundle, because we want to return a value of a particular bundle, not a whole list of bundles. So that's how we get that. So that, now that we're looking at a repeating group, we can refer to the parent group's bundle, and then we can find this class list. So it was very tough to access. How do I get that class list? Where is that class list in the selection options? But now I could just go and grab that class list. So other things that I did since pausing the video is put this image here so that we can at least kind of see what's going on. And yeah, so element visible on page load. This is a conditional one. Just checking through some things. Basically, group collapser, repeating group up at this point. So I can go up to here. I'm just trying to, like, the page looks kind of wonky when I look at it. Okay. So let's reload. Let's see if we can't get this to display. Okay. So we have not joined any. We're going to join the Asanas one. And we know that there's only 3 classes there. So boom, cool. So this is, I don't know why this is so wonky. But basically, because we have so much other stuff going on. Okay, I think I know why. So this plan, collapse this element's height when hidden. Collapse this element's height when hidden. Collapse this element's height when hidden. I think that should do it. And so what we're looking to do here again is we're looking to display the list of all of the ones that were joined. Yeah, so it's a little bit better when we look at the plans. Okay. Well, you know, this is our most complex group that we've worked with so far. So it's kind of no surprise that you would run into an issue potentially. So let's take a look at how that change, basically, when we look at the plans, it displays nicely below as they fan out into the 4. And then here it does not fan out the same. So again, this is not super important to know how this is troubleshooted. I'm just going to go and, again, solve the answer and figure out the particulars of the display issue, and then that should help us kind of close out the rest of this video. Okay, so here is the setup that I'll show off for all of these three groups, because we have a lot going on, again, in this plans page. Basically, they all have a height of 330, Y position of 110, 115 for this one. Oh, you know what? That might make a difference. And let's see about this one. Sorry, this. All right, so let's go 110. Find the plan. Actually, find a plan is what we did first, and that was 115. So we'll go with that. The thing that I want to point out is basically, okay, 115, height 325. Height 325. And this guy, 115, 325. And then this group collapser is, we're kind of letting Bubble do its thing by when we drag it to the end here and we drag it up so that it's matching the bottom of this, that the responsive engine should know that, okay, so all of these now is collapse elements height when hidden, collapse elements height when hidden, collapse elements height when hidden. And one other thing to take a look at is I noticed that when you do make changes to user for just go ahead and hide this group unjoin program, that workflow. So that should get you updated there. And then we're still working in this same bundles class list. Oh, okay. This was the thing. Goodness, I've been troubleshooting this for so long that I forgot to point out the very important thing. Make sure that the reason why the spacing was having such a difficult time is because it was set to vertical scrolling, set it to full list, and it is the full list, so you'll notice there. And in the find a plan for this repeating group, I am at the same, almost simultaneously overwhelmed at the complexity and in awe and amazed at the ability to be able to do work like this as a non-trained programmer person, right? Like this is great because we're really building an app here. And so the layout style is full list for this one as well. And that is the key. That is what was giving trouble over here. So with all of these lined up in the group collapser lined up against the bottom of all of them, we should be getting kind of basically the best that we can do. So here are the programs. Let's join one. So here we are with the beach stuff. And then when we bounce over here, the other one is hidden, so it collapses. So, acceptable amount of space at the bottom there. And looking good there. Plans. Let's unjoin this group. And that's fine. I just really don't know if there's anything else that can be done there. We just need this working space to work in. I don't think users ever notice that stuff too closely. Not that they won't notice it, but they'll forgive it, hopefully, because they're namaste friendly folk. What happens if we join this program? Okay, so it just automatically replaces it. That's cool. So we will not do it in this, but notice, here I am on the advanced yoga plan. Now here I am on the Asanas Essential. When I hit join program, it updated it. So it would be a good idea, and you already know how to create a pop-up like this that kind of warns someone, basically, when you hit join program, that the workflow for this sign up for a plan, I feel like this should say join a plan. I like that better. I think here on the design, no, join a plan to change the name of the button. Join a plan, change the name of the workflow label. I'm surprised those two didn't sync up, but that's no problem. So basically, in this step, we should say, before we make changes to the user, we should say only when I'll show you, but we're not going to go the full distance down to the touchdown zone, end zone. We would say only when the current user's yoga plan joined is, now remember, we could say is empty, or, because remember there was something that I was a little bit uncertain about how it's going to handle this. If there's two cases that I know for sure, is that when this app starts up, it's either going to be empty or it is going to be 0. I do not know which. So you could build this only when, it's empty. Or, so what this is saying is that give the user a plan to be signed up for when they're not signed up for one already, is what this is saying. And then you could not even have that workflow run when someone clicks this. Yeah, no, I guess this is what you would do. You would set this as only conditional all across the board. And then you would say for a conditional, you would say element show. I'm just going to grab any old pop-up. Now to show this pop-up, you would create a different one in this case when the current user's yoga plan joined is not 0. And is not empty. I have to think about that, if this should be and or. So that would be something to play with. Again, we're just not going to carry it the full distance here for this video. But basically, because of how we have things set up, where we really only join one program at a time for this app, that's how you could add something in. Because if somebody had, let's say they had 7 or 10 days through a 21-day program, and you made them feel like they lose their progress. They didn't really lose their progress, but you know, these are the types of things that you would want to, fail safes you'd want to make sure, scenarios you would want to account for. So to recap, we have one more thing left to do before we're out of here for this plans, and that is to grab some of this reusable elements, bring it over to our joined where we're working, paste that in. Okay, I think that needs to be nudged over by 6? No, sorry. By 2, just to bring that so the right edge is up against there. This thing, bring it up by here. So what are we looking at? We're looking at day 1 for a perfect day. So we're looking at day insert dynamic data, current cells index. And then here we have the current cells class title. So let's take a peek there. Okay, wow, so they actually have a much smaller image here than they do, for example, look at how many pixels it takes up on the screen in front of us, and then how many pixels one of these is. So if we wanted to make it feel a little bit nicer, we could, let's see, and just take it down by, if we took it down by 10%, that's 14 off of this one, so that's 126. It's 24 off of this one, so that's 116. Sorry, 216. That means we could bring this up. Oh, the back button there. Okay, so we got this repeating group. I'm going to try and bring this up to here. And okay. This was 240. And we took it down 24. If it was 240 and we took it down 48, it'd be 192. This was 140. We took it down 14. If we took it down 28 from 140, it'd be 112. So I've shrunk it by like 20%. Basically is what that works out to. Because I just want to make this feel a little bit better. Feels super tight. bring this up. Let's see, I can bring this up 40 pixels. I can bring this up 40 pixels. So joined is here. This one. And then grab my group collapser. Bring that up. Boy, development is a heck of a task, huh, guys and gals? What a time to be alive. Okay, I think we're good. We're gonna go. We're gonna go without this idea of, where were we? Like 6:30 something. No, let's say 6. Yeah, here. We're going to go without this idea of these check marks. Again, that's something that could be done. Not in the cards on this go round. So how's this look here? I would like to bring this here. And a little space. I'm not going to go so far as to just get this perfect. It's just, we're going to call it good. So this is it. This is our recap of this plans page. We have really worked our way through here. I want to start first from the home page, and let's navigate around this app some. Because woo-wee, I'm surprised if my view count at this point in this series is 0, and I am literally talking to an empty computer. I would not blame anyone out there. And if you are here, then you must want to really build an app, and that speaks volumes to your ambition, and I'm super excited for you. So this is great. Let's take a look at what we have built here then, shall we? So we've got this awesome way to, whether this is a yoga class or an exercise class or a meditation app or any of the above, we've built a way for our users to navigate through here in a bunch of different ways, right? They can sort things. Like we can lay things out. Everything looks pretty professional. Yeah, sure, we could get a better font. I mean, that's just me saying that, but right out of the gate, we've gonna unjoin that program. Asanas. Yeah, see, look, actually that space is even smaller now than it was before. So we can feel pretty good about all of these. We can go to a class. We can even take one of these classes straight from the plans page. And it does autoplay. I'm just clicking around. We can get back to where we were. We could say, all right, Vinyasa, this is fit for me, or Asanas, I want to join this program. We can join it. We can do that program. We can finish it. and we'll unjoin it. Little typo there. One of them says unjoin, one of them says with a dash, one of them doesn't have a dash. I don't know what it actually is, but all I can say is that yeah, great work making it this far through this video. We are in the home stretch. In the next video, please join me in making out the library. We'll finish off some details, small details, and then we'll talk about how to go about getting this app into the App Store so that you could have a live app. And it's awesome. It's a great feeling. It's some people, I mean, you could even say this is a bucket list, right? To create something that you put out in the world that you can see how it does and how the market reacts to it. So see you in the next video.